Welcome to Spreadsheet Tips. Today we're going to be looking at sorting. So sorting is something I've used quite a bit with spreadsheets, and there's a couple tricks to sorting and that we'll point out here. So a lot of times you will have just a list of data that could be more useful to you if it was sorted in a particular way. So when it comes to sorting, the quick way to start is all you have to do is click and highlight the fields that you want sorted. And one very important thing to point out here is that if you would go ahead and maybe click on just this subsect of your data, column G would not sort along with it. And this column would essentially become garbage numbers because it wouldn't be matched up anymore. So, the highlighted data is going to sort, and instead of John being with the company 25 years, he might be there. It might say he was there 7. You've basically lost all the validity of the data if you don't grab all the columns. So even though you're only sorting by maybe column C, you got to grab all the data if you want it to travel along with column C. So now that we've highlighted the data, we can go ahead and we could right click and say sort. Okay. So let's go ahead, right click and say sort. And here it's going to just give you a couple options. Smallest to largest, largest to smallest. Let's go ahead and say largest to smallest. And it looks like it went ahead and sorted by the row that my cursor happened to be in. Okay, so it's a shortcut, but it's maybe not going to do what you were looking to do. So we can go ahead and say data. We've still got our data highlighted, and sort. Now we've got quite a bit more options, okay? And you could click here whether you have headers in your data or not. So if you didn't have headers, it's going to tell you the column numbers, or I'm sorry, the column letters. But we do have headings. So let's go ahead and let Excel fill in our headings so it's a little easier for us to take a look at. So let's go ahead and sort by sales. Okay, and it gives you lots of options here. So let's go ahead and say, yeah, let's see who had the most sales and sort that by largest to smallest. So we'll say OK. All the data then did sort for us. So Donna was our premier agent here with total sales of $15,000. And of course, she was a senior agent, so that might trip a trigger, and you're thinking, well, that makes sense. That's one of our senior employees. And you might think, well, maybe I want to sort by their position first and then their sales, so that I'm not comparing maybe a junior agent to a senior agent. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our data again. We're on the Data tab, and we hit Sort. What we want to do is change sales. Let's sort by position. But then once I have my people sorted by position, then I also want it to tell me, in the category of senior agent, who had the most sales. So I'm going to add a level. Okay, so it says sort by position, and then let's sort by sales. Okay, we could say smallest to largest. Here we've got our positions. You could do A to Z, Z to A. Actually, I think I would rather do Z to A because that's going to give me my senior agents first. And I want to know who is my largest contributor. So I'm going to say largest to smallest. And then I'm going to say OK. And then it would have resorted for me, and I could see, okay, of my senior agents, here's how they performed in their sales. Of my office managers, this is how they ranked up, and then my junior agents, looks like Sue is way outperforming Frank. So just kind of a useful tool to use to quickly sort your data and kind of get to the point of what you're trying to draw out of the data. Well, that concludes our spreadsheet tip on sorting. I hope you enjoyed it.